Hey kids, welcome to another session of yoga. You're going to come and join me today? Get into something comfortable, find a nice quiet spot on the floor. Maybe you have a mat or otherwise a towel, or maybe just on the carpet, and come and join me for some yoga. Are you ready? We're going to start today in child's pose, or maybe you feel like it looks a bit like a turtle. So we're going to fold down, bring our head down. You can bring your arms alongside your body and just allow your shoulders to relax, your arms to relax alongside the body. Do you feel a bit like a turtle? Maybe you can lift your head up and bring it back down. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good, we're going to lift the head, we're going to bring the hands out, we're going to come down all the way onto our belly. We're going to lie down. So we're going to bring our hands forward, place the hands down and your elbows bent. And bringing the hands down, and this is like a cobra pose or a snake pose. So let's just relax the head and then press the hands down and lift the chest. And rolling down just a little bit and lifting up. Good. Let's make it a little bit more difficult. I'm going to slide the hands back, and this time we're going to come up a little further. Maybe we look a bit more like a snake now. So lifting up. Can you make a sound like a snake? Sliding down like a snake would slide. Lifting up. Let's hear your hiss. Very good. Let's do that one more time. All the way down. And lift up the chest. That's it. Beautiful. Great snakes. All right, coming up, come into our tabletop position. We've done this one before. Hands under the shoulders, knees a little bit apart. We're going to do our cat-cow. Are you ready? We'll tuck our tailbone under, chin towards the chest, rounding through the back, just like a cat might do. And then dropping the belly down, looking forward. Lift that tailbone up. One more time, rounding through the back like a cat, stretching up. And dropping that belly. Looking forward. Good. Coming back to a nice flat back. Let's test your balance a little bit. We're going to lift up one of our legs. Lifting it up. We don't need to lift it up too high, just so our hips are square to the mat. See how my hips are nice and even? You can do the same. Point your toes downwards. Very good. Can you lift up your opposite arm? Let's see if we can reach that arm out. You might get a little bit wobbly because we're balancing here. Keep focusing on one spot. That will help your balance. Good. Can you reach a little bit further with those fingers? Push that heel back, kind of like someone's pulling your hand and pulling your foot at the same time. That's it. A little further. Good. Let's bring that hand down, bring that knee down. I'm going to lift the other foot now. Pushing it out. That's it. Point the toes downwards. And we're going to lift up that opposite hand, reaching those fingertips forward. Nice and far, push through the heel. That's it. Pushing, pushing. Imagine someone's pulling on your wrist and pulling on your ankle. A little bit further. Good, and bringing that down. Bring the knee down. Let's drop the hips. Bring your hands out to the front, coming all the way down. Almost looking like that turtle again. Good, we're going to lift the head. Now, let's stretch out those fingers nice and wide. Walk the fingers forward. We're going to lift the hips, tuck the toes. We're going to look like our doggy. Downward dog. Or maybe your cat looks like this. That's it. You can walk those heels out. Lift the heels up and down, opposite times. That's it. Good. Coming up high on the tippy toes. Very good. We're going to come onto the knees and we're going to come into our dolphin pose. We've got lots of animals today. Coming down on your elbows, on your forearms. So just check that your forearms are a nice even distance apart. Spread out the fingers so you get some nice balance here with your hands. Keep the toes tucked and we're going to lift the hips up. It's a little bit tricky. See how you go. You can stretch those legs, straighten the legs out if you like. Doesn't matter if they're not. That's it. Can you imagine a dolphin swimming through the ocean? Maybe he looks a little bit like this. Maybe she doesn't. That's it, good. Bring the knees down, untuck the toes, drop the hips. That's it, stretch out those arms, bring the forehead down. Good, let's lift the head. We're going to tuck the toes and come into our downward dog again. There we go. That's it, up on the hands. You can walk those heels out. That's good, coming up, high on the toes. Push the heels down. And we're going to bend the knees, bring the knees down. We're going to come down and sit down on our bottoms. Well done. We're going to join the soles of our feet together. You're going to have a look and we're going to interlace the fingers like this and place them around the toes. Can you do that? Let's see how you go. This is like a butterfly pose. So we're just going to close our eyes. Again, with our hands on our toes, maybe you can pull up a little bit, trying to lift the toes, but then push the toes back down so that the hands are moved back down to the mat. See how you go. You might not actually see the movement. It might be just so tiny, just going up and down. That's it, very good. We're going to release those hands, bring them forward. Can you lean forward a little bit? See how you go. Very good. Let's cross the legs over, sitting in a nice cross-legged position. We're going to do our twists like we did last time. So we're going to twist around to the side, bring the other one hand to the opposite knee, hand behind the back, looking over the shoulder. Good. Let's twist around to the other side. Light fingers, light hands. One more time, both sides. Last time, here we go. All the way around. And back to the center. Very good. Let's bring the hands to the sides. We're going to take a big deep breath in, lifting the hands all the way up. And float the hands down, fluttering the fingers, floating all the way down. Here we go. Big inhale, big breath in, lift the hands, and floating the hands all the way down. Very good. Bring the hands to the knees, and we're going to sit nice and still here now. See how long you can sit still for. We're just going to focus on a little bit of breathing. Don't worry about any sounds around you, any distractions. Maybe you can close your eyes to stop being distracted by movements around you. Let's take a big breath in and slowly let the breath out. Big breath in. Slowly let the breath out. One more time. Big breath in. Slowly let the breath out. Sitting nice and quietly. See how long you can sit still for. Very good. Let's release the hands. Take a big breath in, all the way lifting the hands, and float the hands down. That's it. One more time. Big breath in, lift the hands. Let's join the palms at the top and bringing them down to the front of our chest. That's it. Thank you everyone for sharing your yoga practice today. I hope you had a good time. See you next time.